I'd like to call the March 20th meeting of the Hooksett School Board to order. First order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. And since our Underhill student has failed to appear, Mr. Harrison has volunteered to lead the pledge. The next order of business is board reorganization, and what will happen is I will take nominations for the position of chair. Nominations will then close. We'll vote on that chair's position. When the chair is elected, I'll turn the meeting over to the chair for the election of the vice chair and a clerk. So do I hear any nominations for chair?
I make a nomination to nominate Dana Argo for chair.
Dana Argo has been nominated for chair. Are there further nominations?
Yes, I'd like to nominate David Pearl.
Okay. David Pearl has also been nominated as board chair. And are there further nominations? Hearing none, I'd like to do a roll. You'll signify by either casting a vote for Dana Argo or David Pearl. Mr. Pearl?
David Pearl.
Mr. Dubus?
Mr. Pearl.
Mrs. Axton?
Dana Argo.
Mrs. Torkos?
Dana Argo.
Mr. Argo?
Dana Argo.
Dana Argo is elected chair.
Thank you. Okay, at this point, if you entertain nominations for vice chair?
Dana?
Yes.
I'd like to nominate Trish Marcus for vice chair.
Are there any other nominations? Okay. Just protocol-wise, is it a roll call for a single nomination as well?
Yes.
All right, we'll do a roll call. David?
Mrs. Corcus.
Mike? Mrs. Booker?
Tricia Corcus.
Tricia Corcus. Congratulations. I'd now like to entertain nominations for Hooksett School Board Clerk.
I would like to nominate Cheryl Axe.
Are there any other nominations? Okay, we'll do a roll. David? Excuse me? Roll call.
Cheryl.
Not Cheryl.
Cheryl. Me. Cheryl.
Cheryl Axton. Congratulations. Okay, that is board reorganization. Considering the busy evening we have planned, I'd like to suggest that we hold off on appointments of standing committees until the next scheduled board meeting.
Second.
No problem.
It's a motion.
It's not a motion, it was looking for consensus. Okay? All right. Proof of posting? All right, thank you. I'd like to take a minute or so to acknowledge an outgoing school board member who, lucky enough, happens to be in attendance this evening, Mr. Jim Sullivan. I'll just say a few words that, my time on the board, I can tell you Jim's been a friend. He's been someone that I've learned a lot about the school district because he's not only been a board member, but he's grown up in the district, and I believe lived here all or most of his life. So, but more than that, Jim, again, my time with Jim, I've seen him as 100% advocate for the children of Hooksett. He's been someone that always mentioned the welfare of the students in every decision he makes, and I believe that is at the forefront of every decision he makes. So on behalf of the board, and I'll say the entire Hooksett School District, I'd like to present Jim with a very small token of appreciation.
It would have taken another half hour for the meeting, so I chose not to go up. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. Good luck to all 5 of you. We have a fantastic staff, wonderful teachers, and parents who care. So that's all we can ask in Hooksett, that we do our best. Thank you.
Okay, now looking for approval of the Hooksett School Board minutes for the meeting of March 6, 2012.
So moved.
I'll second.
Discussion? Okay, all those in favor of approving the Hooksett School Board minutes from March 6th, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed?
Abstain?
We have April is abstained. And my assumption is that you abstained because you were not a member of the board at that time. So, Mr. Dewis, would you like to do that as well?
Sure.
For the record,
I was at
just-
the meeting, but sure.
Okay.
Not as a member. So.
It's up to you. I just didn't want anyone to question.
No, that's fine. I'll abstain.
Okay, we've got 2 abstentions. Okay, I'm now looking for approval of the Hooksett School Board non-public minutes from March 6th.
So moved. I'll second that.
Discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving the minutes of the non-public session from March 6th, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain?
Abstain.
All right. At this time, which is standard procedure for our, or has been standard procedure for our school board meetings, we have an opportunity for the public to address the board. Obviously, this is a public forum this evening, but there may be items that are not related to the public forum that somebody would like to bring up. So, at this time,
Todd Lasant, 21 Post Road. There was a recent meeting talking about everyday math, and I'm wondering if anyone could comment on what the strategy is for integrating everyday math into Common Core curriculum.
Folks, I'm going to interrupt for a second because I think that each microphone has an individual on-off switch, so I'm not sure a lot of people can hear you in the back. Just very quickly, but I think.
Check.
Is that better? Okay.
All right, my question was, with the adoption of Common Core curriculum, how is everyday math going to be integrated into it, or is it going to be phased out? Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Let's see.
Actually, Chair,
Yep.
one piece, you don't want to take it up, since I'm not going to get an answer tonight. The other question would be is, if it's going to be integrated into it, could you explain in detail how the spiraling aspect of everyday math would be, how would that be dealt with in that type of format? Just those two pieces. Thank you.
Sure.
Mr. Lazat, could you please clarify what you mean by the spiraling effect of everyday math?
The principles of everyday math is to hit one subject, come back around, and then hit it again at a later date. So it continuously spirals around. That's the whole principle of everyday math. Yep.
Okay, anyone else? All right, we'll continue on towards the forum. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Hooksett
Excuse
School.
me, Mr. Chair.
Oh, sorry.
I'd like to comment on the forum before we start.
Certainly.
Okay. I just want to go on the record. This microphone is on or not? There we go. I'd like to go on the record to say that I'm opposed to the format that this forum has taken. This was supposed to be more of a discussion format. We have now adopted a moderator, and I'm told that the attorney is going to lead this forum. I think we are the Hooksett School Board, that we should represent our point of view to the public. And with all due respect to Ms. Burke, I think we can do that ourselves. We have a chair. This board has adopted the policy that we're here to discuss tonight. I think that the attorney should be available to answer questions, but he should not be our spokesman, and he should not lead the presentation. And I make a motion that we change the format of this forum.
Okay, discussion? We have a motion, we have a second. Well, I'd like to comment. I was actually about to explain some of the items associated with the forum. And part of tonight's format, in fact, I believe Becky was going to explain it as well, was to have the Hooksett School District Attorney overview, I'll say the contract. Not obviously page by page, word by word, but to overview the highlights. To overview the highlights, associated with the assignment issue. So, by no means did our intent to have our attorney lead the forum. I can assure you that he would not want to lead the forum. I think I'm saying that, and. So it was really a matter of just clarification. Mr. Graham was involved in the negotiations associated with that contract, and he seemed like the ideal person to give an overview on it. So again, there's a motion and a second, but the intent was not for him to lead the forum.
May I speak to my motion?
Please.
I didn't mean lead in the sense that he would moderate it. I mean that he would give the presentation first. I think that what we need to do here is to look at this policy as a school board and then let the public forum ask the questions that they feel is pertinent to this. Frankly, the fact that Mr. Graham was here when the contract was signed is irrelevant. We have a contract today and we have a policy today. I think that's where we should start, and where it goes should depend on this